What's going on, Dudes and Foxy Dudettes? If you're a longtime follower of the channel, you know that I am a big fan of physical media. Physical media is like 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs, CDs, you name it, so on and so forth. Well, there is some news that Sony is ending Blu-ray production. You've probably seen some of the headlines. I'm here to let you know that those headlines are kind of BS, kind of break it down and explain it, and kind of give you my 2 cents on the whole story. So stay tuned. What's going on, guys? My name is Chris. Welcome back to the channel. And first things first, if you guys hear any wind or rain or anything, we're in the middle of a tornado watch where I am, or warning or something like that. So just know that when I bring you guys content, it's during all weather, right? So I would greatly appreciate it if you could drop a like or subscribe. That would greatly help the channel out. But let's talk about Sony. Now, like I said, it's been reported that Sony is ending Blu-ray production. That was the big headlines, and that turns out to be not the case. They're not stopping making Blu-rays like Blu-rays for movies and games. They're ending Blu-rays like recordable Blu-rays that like go in your computer. So just to reiterate, we're not talking about movies you buy in the store, like this copy of Anyone But You, which, if you guys haven't seen this, it's a lot of fun. It's very funny. You know, don't let the rom-com thing get to you. It's a lot of fun, a really cool comedy. Plus, it's got Sydney Sweeney in it. But we're not here to talk about Anyone But You. But we're not talking about movies like that. We're talking about recordable discs, recordable Blu-rays like this. Now, this one isn't made by Sony, but those are what they're cutting back on, and to be honest, I can see why. Now, personally, I just don't think burnable Blu-rays were ever as popular as like DVDs or CDs. And that's mainly because it's 25 gigabytes on a disc. Pretty much once you burn it, that disc is done. And it's not very cost effective for, 25 gigabytes per disc if you're not using all of it. I don't think we really need like permanent storage aside from computer backups and such, but we kind of tend to need more like temporary storage like flash drives, and I could just be speaking for me, but it's just not cost effective. So I can see why that they would stop producing burnable Blu-rays. Now, just because Sony is out of the game doesn't mean other companies like Verbatim and some other ones I can't think off at the top of my head, they're still going to be in the game. You're still going to be able to get them if you need them. I could be wrong. I'm just going by how I feel. I mean, I bought this stack of discs like 10, 12 years ago, and I haven't even gotten like halfway through it. So maybe it's just me, but 25 gigs on a disc is a lot. And if you're thinking to yourself, Chris, well, this just means that the end of Blu-ray and physical media is that much closer. I will remind you that Sony just signed that deal with Disney where they're going to handle all of their physical media releases. Not to mention, I do believe that they're working with Warner Brothers and Universal on some of their releases too. So it's not gone yet. They're still in the game. And don't forget, Sony is the one that like created the Blu-ray disc. So there's that. So yeah, guys, I figured I'd come on here and just set the record straight. I know a lot of other content creators already have, a lot of other media outlets already have, but what's one more voice, right? So again, just to reiterate, movies like this that you buy in stores, Sony is still producing these. Discs like these, they're going to stop making. And, I can understand why. But thank you for joining me on this. It was short and sweet, but had to get this point across, because physical media is still alive and kicking. And if you've got any questions, comments, concerns, if you disagree, what have you, down in the comments, let me know. I'll do my best to answer them as I always do. With that being said, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the social media things, help me fight the YouTube algorithm, ring the bell. Be sure to check out thewellroundeddude.com. Dude15 will save you 15% off your total purchase on our merch page, and the website is really the hub of everything we do here. You can find a lot of cool things like the 5 most recent episodes of our podcast, some special offers, links to old videos, and so on and so forth. So with that being said, guys, we will see you next week. Take care. Peace.